brothers, welcome back to Territorial IO. We're starting off today here in a 73 person free-for-all battle here in Europe. Let's go back to Estonia. It worked out for us last time, and I do feel pretty comfortable with this spot, even though there is somebody a little bit close by. We kind of had the same idea at the same time. Hopefully he moves away. He does. Excellent. Okay, so we have a pretty good starting location for ourselves. A lot of room to expand down south. At least that's what it looks like in the initial phase. Oh, I thought that was a person. Thank goodness it's just a bot. So we'll start out kind of with our slightly newer expansion path of 25, 25, 35, 35, and then 50, 50, and see how well that carries us. Sigma Israel was the guy that we were kind of fighting for the spot with, so we'll see what his intentions are and how much he likes us or hates us after we get done with the expansion phase. But I'm just gonna go now and squeeze through and just kind of ignore that second 50. I think the ability to get more land is going to be balanced. I don't expect to be attacked anytime soon. There's no full sending in this one, so we're fine on that front. Just grab the rest of this land and make sure we get up north and grab this. And now it's just kind of racing Portugal. I don't think he sees that I've already gone up north, which is great. That's a little bit of an advantage for us. So I want to establish a big beachhead here in Finland to make sure that I don't get kicked off, and then focus my attention going south for the most part. I also would like to get over here if possible. So we'll just keep moving down, grabbing as much land as we can. We've done a good job of encapsulating a couple bots, and we are in second place, so that feels pretty good. We actually get the crown, so a little bit more room to grow. Now we are kind of playing a little bit on the razor's edge here, well, because they're still attacking and everybody else is saving up. But I'm gonna bank on people being a little bit not as aggressive, and hopefully that pays off for us. Especially as player 4595 is going down. I'm going to get a little bit of this too. To the victor goes the spoils. We always take risks. Sometimes it doesn't pay off, but I find that playing riskier, it always benefits you. You know, if you were going to lose not taking a risk, I don't know. I assume I would always lose. But now we just kind of sit back here, see who accepts our alliances. So far, just Sigma and OG and Portugal has. You guys are going into this guy. I'll join in. I mean, I'll get a little bit of land for myself, that's for sure. And there we go. So a nice little chunk of land for us. Our troops are relative to the people around us, so I'm feeling pretty confident that we're going to survive this, but we do need a lot more troops if we're going to hold this crown. People might be looking at us as the target. That's the danger of this spot, is you draw a lot of attention to yourself. You're a great target for everybody to attack. So we just need to be patient here and build up our troops and see what develops around us. Now, fortunately, there is that Lang bot, which is going to distract Portugal, who I imagine everyone would need to really attack me. There's not a lot in this for like Vietnam or Terror. They would be more susceptible to attacks themselves. Sigma is pretty small himself. Blob doesn't have a lot to get. So I think without Portugal, there's not really going to be a front against me, at least for right now. So I've saved up enough to secure my life, if you will. And now we can start looking at expansion, and Terror is a great target for us, especially if he keeps going down. This might be a good opportunity to work with Portugal. Hey brother, do you want to do this with me? That'd be a lot of fun. Let's just start pushing through this guy and just slowly start knocking him down. I'm just a little bit cautious because Portugal's not joining in, and this is a really good opportunity. Maybe he's just worried about the TR player up there with the slightly inappropriate name. We'll just go ahead and grab the rest of Terra, though. Nobody else joined it, mostly joined in, so we get a good chunk of that. And we'll take alliance with you for right now. Now there is the option of going into OG. I don't like that option. It puts me in contact with a bunch of big players. I don't even really like going into Sigma, but I think that kind of has to be done at this point. We're just be yielding land that otherwise would be ours. So we'll jump in and grab that. And I kind of want to go into Vietnam, I think, or I could go into the TR player. Let's do this. Let's just slowly but surely whittle him down. Do you want an alliance, brother? Do you want to be friends? I imagine others are going to want to join in, which is why I was attacking this TR player. He was second place at the time. Nobody's really joining in, though. Portugal is not nearly as aggressive as I was kind of hoping. This guy's giving us the devil emoji, so he is probably going to plan on being a little bit of a pain to us for the rest. But maybe I just leave him alone and go into Vietnam. I think I'll just do this. See if I can get some help from anybody else. Oh, TR is sending a boat back. I was kind of hoping that we could just knock him back, draw a little bit of a truce there, but alas, no, we kicked him off. We could send a boat over here to him. No, that's a bad idea. That's a bad idea. Yep, OG, I'm in on this. OG wants to go into Vietnam. I'm totally down, brother. That's what I want to do. Blob to the south of us does have the crown, so we do need to be a little bit cautious about that. Here comes another boat from TR. Brother, I took a little bit of your land. You can calm down. Okay, so he's going to dedicate a lot of troops to trying doing this. So we need to make sure that we're not caught in an arms race to the bottom with him. We'll just take our time knocking him off. Send a boat over there. And maybe we just fight him down. Oh, he kicks us off. Okay. I just want to finish off Vietnam because he's a little bit weaker. Keep TR at bay. I don't know. Maybe I just need to go into this guy. Hold on. Knock this off. Done. Okay. Back to Vietnam. Get a little bit stronger. We do have to manage our troops so well because of this TR guy. Sending 2 boats now. Okay, so he really wants to do this. Well, we'll just slowly knock him back. We are at red interest, so we're not exactly in a losing scenario right here. Vietnam has been sporadically attacking us, but nowhere near to the extent that TR is. So let's just go into TR and just start putting the hammer to him. He's going to try and knock us off. He's not going to be able to. I'm going to attack with a lot of troops, and we're just going to push into him. Eventually, others are going to join in, but this guy is being much more of a nuisance than Vietnam is, so we need to really make sure to knock him off. And Portugal, I'm assuming, will join in at some point. Vietnam doesn't really have the troops to do a lot of damage to me. There's Portugal joining in. So there we go. He's given the kissy face and the laughing face. Well, brother, at least you heard of me. Adios, friend. Take care. We'll just knock you off. And there we go. So that'll be the end of this nuisance over here. Portugal is a little bit weaker than us, so if anybody's looking for another target, they'll probably go into us. Let's grab this island as well. And Portugal's going to block us off from having any more allies. Blob is getting attacked. Oh, I really don't want to do this, but I guess we have to. I'd much rather go into Vietnam. But alas, we'll join in on this. I am not going to touch borders on anywhere. On the players in the south, I really don't even want to touch the Russia guys. So I'm actually going to stop here and just let myself get cut off from both. Yeah, I like dogs is going to go through. Perfect. Cut me off. That's great. I can just go into Vietnam all day and have a great time doing it. We have officially been cut off from the Feisty Lad and PR Russia. So that is nice that we have a little bit of distance there and we can just freely go into Vietnam using all of our strength to do it. We are kind of flirting with first place here as well. I imagine that 559 guy is in Africa. I don't even have to look. If I don't see him here, he's already in Africa. Guarantee you. Bet you 10 bucks. So we'll just keep knocking out Vietnam, and then we have to pick our next target pretty carefully. Honestly, Portugal. Portugal's wasted a lot of troops fighting this bot, and we can fight him without fighting anybody else. I like dogs could potentially fight us back, but there's really not a lot to gain for that. OG-ish could also attack us, but again, not a lot for him to gain in this one. He would probably be attacked by the P Russia guy behind him. So I think we use that loose alliance. Well, it's been a strong alliance since the beginning of the game, but we haven't really worked together on too much. So that's why I'm calling it loose. Portugal's threatening to boom us. There is no boom. He's trying to get people involved, but there's no one to really get involved here as we're saving potentially I like dogs, and OG is not strong enough to really fight us down. So Portugal's left. He's become a bot himself. We will quickly start working him down. Taking our time though. We are going to get a good chunk of land to at least be competitive in the end game. And we'll kind of have to pick our borders from there. I'm thinking I go into I like dogs next, as he's another interesting target. Feisty Lad does have borders on 589, so I don't know how aggressive he would want to be once I touch borders with him, but this seems like the play. It doesn't seem like a good move, I'm sorry, to go into Russia, because then I'd be having direct borders on 589, and that seems like a good way to lose. Feisty Lad is immediately attacking us. I was a little bit surprised by that move because I've seen he's been attacked by 589 a couple times, but he seems dedicated to going into us. I'm not going to stop attacking I like dogs. This is still a good move for us. Feisty Lad is just kind of putting himself in an awkward position by doing this, so he's wasting troops. That 589 will knock him down, and then we can just join forces. in fighting 589 with player or Feisty Lad with 589. Lots of names in this one, let me tell you. But I like dogs. It's a good move. We're still gaining land, so we're not losing anything by doing this, by not attacking Feisty Lad. If we were to switch targets, then we'd be definitely fighting both. And then even if we won the fight with Feisty Lad, we'd immediately be fighting 589. So eliminating another enemy before we move on. And now we just go into Feisty Lad. I think we have enough strength to take the crown, or to take the second place player. We have about 20,000 pixel advantage. Now there is no full sitting, so there's no real threat of this going sideways. 589 has two options. One, he could join in and get some land, or he could just wait for me to grab all of the land and get to him. So he's definitely going to join in at some point. I do want to make sure my troops are somewhat similar to his, so by the time I get there, I'm not exactly like very weakened. And I also want to save up for a little bit of an extra push here at the end to make sure I get a little bit more of an advantage. And there we go. We get a good amount of land. We immediately start pushing into 589. We have about a 5 million troop advantage over him. OG is the only player that can attack me right now. He's actually gotten Scotland and Iceland, so there's really no way for Russia to get involved, at least until I get all the way down in the Balkans. So this is going to be a hefty back and forth. There's not much of a difference between us. About 37,000 pixels separates us. OG is giving the thinking emoji. He might turn on me, but I don't think his attacks would be too valuable. Now, the only thing that would happen if OG turns on me is that Russia would take him out sooner, and then I'd be fighting both of them, and that's very bad for me. OG has broken the alliance, but immediately asked for one back. We'll take it. I need to get this guy down as much as possible before Russia takes out OG. If we're fighting Russia and player 589, I think we lose. I don't think we have the advantage to really make that happen. Even though Russia only has about 60,000 pixels himself, it is going to be a tough one to kind of manage. The margins here are razor thin. So we really need to make sure that we're pushing wisely into this guy, knocking him down as much as we can. Stalemate progress is at 0. No way are we stalemating here, brother. I'm going to win this. I'm gaining advantage on him. We're up to 45,000 pixels where we started at 37. So even though he's counterattacking me a lot, it doesn't look like the borders are moving a lot. They are. And we're making sure to time our attacks with the vertical bar about to fill up to deny him the slight bonus that you get in troops from having the land. And there we go. And he's counterattacking us kind of at the same time. Now, he might be attacking for a little bit more than us, but it doesn't matter. We're still gaining small margins on him, but we're at the point now we got to worry about Russia coming over here. Russia does have access through Italy now to boat into us. And if he comes over, I'm going to immediately kick him off. That's going to be my number one chore. I'm dedicating all my troops to knocking him down. I cannot afford to do a 2v1 here, even though we are gaining pretty heavily in the advantage, about 60,000 pixels now. Doesn't mean a lot. We're almost to the point where I'm not worried about it anymore. But again, best practice is we got to take out Russia if he comes over. But he's pretty content to just sit there. OG and Russia, if they work together, could definitely be enough to tip the scales against me. But it's kind of like, who do they want to play Kingmaker? Because both of them are realistically out in a game without full sins. So we just keep pushing. We'll, in fact, increase our attacks here a little bit just to knock him down a little bit faster. Russia has invaded. Okay, we knock him back. No, sir. We'll take this island away. Now you have to do a longboat to get back here. We'll keep an eye on him. We don't want that to happen again. We cannot afford for him to have a foothold. Here he comes again into my island. Oh, you didn't actually get much. Okay, knock you back. That was too small of an attack. Good. We keep up the pressure here. And slowly but surely knock him down. OG's giving the sweaty emoji face, brother. No. Please don't turn on me right now. I could use a friend. We can get this done though. We're doing fine. 26,000. Still crushing. Russia's slowed down his attacks. He might have given up. He hasn't sent another boat over. If you're in this position as Russia, you just send boats on boats on boats. You just be as annoying as possible. And there's player 589 leaving the game and becoming a bot. And now Russia is getting attacked. Oh, that is lovely. That is lovely. We have finally broken the back of player 589. and can just kind of work through this. We got caught in a tricky situation. Yeah, GG's, brother. We got caught in a tricky situation up north with the TR player in Vietnam. We probably should have just really focused hard in on getting down the TR player if we were going to engage him and then worry about Vietnam. We were lucky to not get attacked by Portugal in that moment. And now we'll just go into you. We have wasted all of our troops getting this done, but at this point the game is over, and if anybody attacks me, I can just immediately start to save. I'm just trying to knock through Russia to make sure that I get most of player 589. There we go. So we will grab the rest of this land over here in the Iberian Peninsula and then go down into Africa and then go into Russia. So a good amount of land, a good game on this one. There was a lot of back and forth. This one's never really secured by any means. So now we will just say hello to Russia. He picked the wrong side on this one, or you know, he fought the crown. I'll give him much respect for that, but you gotta continue fighting. OG was actually a very good kind of human shield, if you will. He really blocked off a lot of the dangers we would have faced being the crown in the mid game. So that is going to wrap things up here, and as we do start to wrap things up, I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching, especially if you made this far in the video. If you have made this far in the video, hey, give it a thumbs up, really helps out a lot. If you're new around here, subscribe for more. I put up videos every day, but boys, I will see you in the next one. And as we do, I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching, especially if you made this far in the video. And again, thank you guys for 17K subscribers. But boys, I'll see you in the next one. Quagsire Lover 32, Thessalonica Gaming, and executive producers Miskits the Mallard, A137, Mason / Aurelius, Rostuco Robert, Rob Coleman, Uther Ekana, Noob Rex, Jack Russell, Sakari Scarlet, Morwin, Ogan Gabriel, Demented, Brock Lowry, Jeremy Daniels, Crushland, ND Paper, and special thank you to channel sponsors Daniel Stevens and Maverick149. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next one.